So, lads, a lot of people are kind of surprised, and a lot of people are, calling out Angel Reese right now. And I think we are in a world where, when it comes to Angel Reese, everything is under a microscope. And I think there are a lot of people that want to look at everything as a negative when it comes to her. Just like at the same time, it's the same thing with all these players. Like everything stars do is going to be under a microscope. So, for me, anyway, this isn't the most serious thing in the world, but a lot of people were pointing out that Angel Reese did not show up to Cambridge. So Angel Reese, obviously, the first time Angel Reese played in Cambridge, the first time they played, there was the BS rumors of the noise that turned out to be someone yodeling or a flight meme. I have no idea. I think it was someone yodeling. I have absolutely no idea. Either way, it was like if it was an animal noise, it was a dolphin noise. But I have no idea. I have no idea what it was. But obviously, nobody knew what had happened on the day. Nothing had happened. Then somebody got into Angel Reese's ear to say that this happened, and she then doubled and tripled down, saying that something happened even though she didn't hear it herself. And then she's there reposting tweets or reposting TikToks saying that Cambridge is dangerous for her and it's a danger if she goes to Cambridge and all of this crap. So Angel has done all of that. And she didn't show up yesterday. She did not show up to watch her team get belt to ass again by the Fever. And I know people are saying, oh, they would have won if Angel was there. Man, they played Angel. They played without Angel there and they won. The Indiana Fever... they played with Angel there and the Fever won twice. The Indiana Fever are 7-1. I repeat, the Fever are 7-1 in 2 years against the Chicago Sky. The only team that has had as big, that has involved the Fever, that have had as bad of a beat down than other teams are. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Is there any team that's either 7-1 against the Fever? No, we've beaten the Aces twice. We've beaten the Liberty twice. It would take us... No, we only played the Lynx 3 times a year. Let's say, would it take us losing all the games to the Lynx? We've beaten the Sun more than that. No, the only team to 4-0 the Fever last year was the Aces. And maybe there's a team. The Fever are 0-3 against the Sparks this year, and I just think the Sparks have our number. But the Fever were 2-1 against Sparks last year. But yeah, it's one of those things where I think a lot of people are making this something that isn't. She's got a back injury. I'm not going to be out here saying that Angel Reese needs to go out and play through a damn back injury. I just don't think is the case, especially when your team is as bad as it is. Absolutely just stinking it up constantly. The Chicago Sky stink. They stink. I don't really know why they stink because I liked a lot of these players. I still do like a lot of their players individually. I think a lot of the things when it comes to the Chicago Sky, it's just been an absolute disaster for them. I don't think that they're in a position where they're going to succeed, but Angel's a back injury. The worst thing you want to do, and I know she went to a few games with a back injury, and let's be real, the fact that this game was in Cambridge is definitely part of why she wasn't there. If this game wasn't in Cambridge, do I think Angel Reese is there? Sure. But I think she's missed a couple of road games as well. At the end of the day, if you got a back injury, just stay at home. People are out here saying Angel Reese is pulling a Duana. If she was pulling a Duana, she would have been traded last week. Is she going to play this season? Probably not. You're not going to risk someone for a back injury to come back when they're not going to make the playoffs. You're not going to do that. I'm going to be honest. There's no way. And if they are going to trade Angel Reese, maybe they're waiting for the WNBA draft. And maybe they're just going to say, you know what, we're going to go and trade. We want I don't even know who you'd... Like, the only pick to a logical pick if you still got Cardoso is like maybe Latson and Fudd. And like I don't know how great they're going to be beside like Sloot or something, whoever you have. But yeah, I think a lot of people are going too deep on the she's pulling a Dewana. If she was pulling a Dewana, she would have been traded last week. Like, she still has quite big trade value. And I'm not joking. Like, the 2026 WNBA draft, there's a lot of players. But there's no star name like Paige Bueckers. Angel Reese would trade for the number 1 pick. Like, if you are the Chicago, if you are whatever team, if you are the... trying to think of a team that would use the pick. Like, if the Lynx somehow get the number 1 pick, the Lynx would trade Angel Reese with the number 1 for Angel. They would. They 1,000,000% would. What that would allow them to do is it allows them to run Angel Reese to 5. You can maybe keep Alana Smith because Reese is on a rookie deal. And you go with a lineup where your starting lineup probably isn't your finishing lineup with Fia at the 3, Angel and Alana Smith, and you just see what's working with those 3. You keep maybe a couple of the players. You let Bridget Carlton walk, maybe. You probably let Dejanay walk unless she wants to play on a cheaper deal. But yeah, I'd say, for me anyway, that's if she is sitting out and, it could be a case where, her back's a little bit at her. She has a bit of a back injury and they don't, because she did come back during the injury and drop 20 points in a really, really good game. So it could just be the case of like, look, she mightn't be happy in Chicago, and rather than trade her at the deadline, they want to wait to get the number 1 pick. They want to wait to get the number 1 pick, and maybe they may just say, you know what, we're starting over. We're going to go number 1 for Angel, and we're going to go and trade. We're going to get our lottery pick anyway from Connecticut, and then we're going to go Camilla. We're going to take Awa Fam. Awa, you're playing behind Camilla this year. We're going to keep E. Will there, and we're going to stink in 2027 as well, and we're going to go for Juju. We're going to go for Juju. Like, they might end up doing something like that. But this is all speculation. All we know is that Angel Reese a back injury and she's not playing. And I fully believe, like, Angel Reese literally had a back brace even when she was dropping 20. I fully believe that. And let's be real, it's a little bit different than a groin injury, traveling around with your team and sitting down. It's probably for the best that a lot of people are like, oh, she's rehabbing. I wouldn't be surprised if Angel Reese is just resting. And back injury, rest might be the move. But anyway, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I know a lot of people are like anti-Angel Reese with everything. So they'll have some way to swing this against her. But for me, I don't really think there's much too negative to say. Anyway, I'll see you guys.